Hello, blessed soul family. I'm the magical medium. Welcome to the spiritual guidance channel. Today we are doing a reading for the collective, and we are working with the full moon in Pisces energy. Blessed full moon in Pisces. I've actually been waiting to do this reading. It's nighttime here. It's late, and I keep, if you hear my voice going away, it's because I keep looking behind me to see if it's here yet. But no sign of Lilith yet. The last few nights have been so magical. I have taken some really great footage. In fact, I was called to just set my camera down by the window and watch the moonrise, and I just let it record a bunch of stuff. And one of the things it recorded was this amazing Deepak Chopra meditation. So I will put the link below. I don't know if I'm going to post this first and then that, or vice versa. I'm not sure how Spirit's going to have me do that, but it's really powerful. It's not that long either. I would highly recommend checking that out. It actually was in sorry, I'm trying to get situated. It was in the retrograde moon. Ooh, when I looked down, it was 111. That's our angel number to work with. Also, I saw 5353 before this as well, which was kind of interesting. Anyway, I don't want to get off topic. There's a lot buzzing around energetically, so I would really like to stay on task. But anyway, I just took a bunch of really cool footage, and I'll be posting that. So make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss it when it comes out. But thank you guys for being here. Welcome to the new people, and welcome back to those who have been walking with us, supporting us, working the program. That's what it feels like. I feel like we're like working the program. We're a bunch of addicts, right? I have like a beanbag chair, so it's me like trying to move around. I was so comfortable at first, and now I can't get comfortable. Anyway, I'm going to be pulling from two different decks today. We're going to pull from this deck, Living by the Moon, and we are also going to be pulling cards from the Star Spinner Tarot. Okay. And I wasn't sure if Spirit wanted me to do a pick a reading or a collective reading, and I just really felt a collective reading was in order. Ooh, when I looked down, it was I think it was 220. Anyway, I'll look back on it and put angel numbers, whatever they draw me to. Also, look at this like life spiral. There's just a lot of cool, interesting, I don't even know how to say it or where to begin. I don't know what's been going on with you guys, but I know for myself, I was really researching a lot around the energies of this particular full moon in Pisces because I just haven't been myself. It's like this really dark shit's been coming out of me, like old patterns, addictive behaviors, just not me at all. And I do tend to be a little more radical between season changes, but there's always something between summer and fall that just like, it's something about September. And so I've been researching so much shit. I have been like just like obsessed with September, Virgo, Libra, the energy, and which leads me to the next thing that I wanted to talk about. So next week we have Neptune in opposition. I'm going to put a link below. I was drawn to this two articles. They were actually one article that led to another article, and I was just like following the breadcrumbs, but I'll put both links just in case so you guys have them. And they were talking about the Neptune opposition, but then also they spoke of the Venus star in Libra. So on 10/22/22 will be the Venus star in Libra, and it hasn't been there for 150 years. And it's another, that's the other article that I'm going to link to. So just fun stuff for you guys to research on your own. Just astrologically speaking, there's just so much happening over the next 4 months. It's extremely intense. And interesting that the Venus star in Libra is the day before Scorpio begins. So, and then like a few days after that, there's going to be a new moon. That'll be the new moon in Scorpio, but it's a partial solar eclipse. So just a lot of cool shit going on. There's so much going on in October. And then Mercury will be going direct too, at the beginning of October. So that's going to be great. But anyway, concentrating on today, I was just thinking about, the Piscean energy and what I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about. So let me get my book situated. So, because most of you know I'm off grid now. So at nighttime, it's been challenging to, it's like I either do something on my phone or I have to kind of set up the flashlight and do stuff. It's been really weird. I tried in the beginning to just like go to bed because I'm like, oh, it's nighttime. I'll just like, maybe I could just go. And I'm like, it's not working for me. I'm like, it's not working for me. You know why? Because I live by the moon. I'm a moon day baby. I live by the moon. Also, all this time I thought I was waning gibbous baby. I did some more research and I'm actually a waxing gibbous baby, which that actually made so much more sense. I was trying to put myself into the waning gibbous energy, but waxing gibbous seriously makes so much more sense. I'm still looking to see if the moon's coming, but Spirit just said all you're going to have to do is look over and you'll see, because I have the windows open and they're saying like it'll be illuminated and I won't miss it. Also, there's been horrible fires all throughout Canada and Washington State, and I'm on the Olympic Peninsula, but we had no idea that the smoke would be so bad here, but I'm like, it makes sense because we're between the mountains on the strait. So, it's like there's only, it's like there's only so many places it can go. And then with like the heaviness of like the damp weather here, it's been interesting. So I may not see it tonight, which will kind of suck, but I hope we do. Anyway, so the pros of this energy of the full moon in Pisces is that as complex and beautiful as the Piscean energy is, the intuition that flows from Pisces is so special. So there's also like this kind of like romantic, mysterious, living in their own little world energy. They're very wise, very helpful. They have a comforting nature. They're very generous, right? The Piscean energy, extremely artistic and romantic. But then on the other side, the quote unquote dark side, if you will, the pros and cons, is a lot of self-pity, out of touch with reality, addictive behavior, self-destructive behavior, clingy, masochistic, gullible. And it was interesting because when I was reading this one article, I thought, holy shit, I've been in the dark side of the full moon in Pisces. And then I started to think even more about that because I was entertaining it, because Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac. So this is the last full moon in this zodiac. You know what I'm saying? Like the way it goes. So very interesting. Very interesting. Because then the next, the next full moon, so before the full moon in Pisces, the next full moon will be in Aries. So, right? I would think, right? I'm like, let me look at my calendar and make sure. I don't want to say something I'm not. Ooh, I don't have it written on my calendar. That's so weird. But of course, right? Because it goes in flow. So, and whether you're in the northern or the southern hemisphere, but I know most of our tribe is from the northern hemisphere. We're coming off of summer and going into fall. And for me personally, I think it's the worst. It's the hardest. It's like that you can feel that cold breeze come through and you're like, yep, summer's over. And you may get a warm day here and there, like today it was gorgeous out. But all of a sudden when the, night started coming in, I was like, holy shit, it's cold. It's like it's coming in and you're trying to adjust to it, So allow yourself to really embrace the Piscean energy, because it's always the 2 or 3 days around the moon, right? And the harvest moon is the reason why they speak of it this way is it's the last really bright moon, right? For them to keep pulling the harvest in. I was reading this article and they were speaking of how, before we had electricity and candles and things like that, it's like they would, they would work by the moon. Like she was saying how cool it must have been for them, like once a month, like it's really, really bright and they can do more things outside. And it was interesting the way she romanticized it. But it was true, right? Because I can tell you right now, the way I've been living off the grid, which even that's all tying into this. It's so fucking crazy. But it's, because it's my life. Like, it's just my life, it's just what's going on. But at the same time, it's like I share my life with you and my experiences because I feel like I'm like this, like, universal energy incarnate in a human form, like literally as this very powerful empath, feeling everything all the time. Like, why wasn't I feeling romantic and helpful and wise and comforting and artistic? Instead, my bitchy witch was a total bitch. And then I did another episode that was sent to only my little private tribe. And if you'd like to be a part of that, send me an email at themagicalmedium@gmail.com. It's free. It's just where I talk more about, some people are really interested in my journey, or they're my close friends or clients, people that, hold on, I gotta let my cat in. Okay, you have to love the fact that I pause it at 10:58. 58 is 13, and 1 is the beginning. Says Baba. Baba just came in she's been waiting for the moon too. She just came in to get a bite to eat. And when I looked down, it was 11:12. Still nothing though. I'm wondering if it's the haze. I'm having a cup of tea. So, anyway, sorry about that. Where were we? I see this is where if I had fancy software, I can kind of like pause, or I don't know how they do it, and I could probably like back up. And anyway, I just think it's interesting how we're either flowing with the energy right now, or we're fighting the energy. But even when we're in flow, I've been telling you guys, measure twice, cut once. And that's Baba. I'm sorry. I should pause it. Baba. She's like, I gotta eat. She's like, what you want me to do? Actually, I'm gonna take this off and start shuffling some cards. Yeah, I know I'm all over the place. Sorry, you guys. It's kind of late, and it's just been interesting. This whole adventure has been so interesting. Those of you who've been following me for a long time, I mean, it's been so interesting. Like, just my own behavior. Oh, that's what I was saying about like the bitchy witch, and then like the personal. I spoke of the update that I sent to people. On the update, just like I was like judging McJudgerstein. Like, I don't know what's been going on with me. Like, I'm not myself. I'm not like the happy, joyful side of the Pisces. It's, for some reason, I've just taken on this, like, the dark side of it. And I just realized, today we went to the farmer's market, and there's so many awesome magical beings there. And we all shared some really, it's awesome because we're all so real about what's going on. We don't candy coat it. We just kind of say it like it is. And it's been really rad having those cool people around. New community, new friends. But we're realizing that we're just leaning into it instead of leaning out of it. We were laughing how we've all like had crying jags or had things, that have happened. I'm like, yeah, me too. And then we come back here. We just picked up some beautiful food. We were cooking together and everything was lovely. And then I was like, oh, I have to move the plant because I just watered one of my big heavy plants. And I heard Spirit say, let him, do it. And my little bratty, I can do it myself, was like, no, I can do it. I'm like, it's not that heavy. And I heard, okay, I'd let him do it. What did I do? Okay, for my sensitive people, you may want to go ah, la 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 and cover your ears. But basically, I was walking down the narrow hallway of the camper, and there's this one door handle that's like kind of jagged. I don't know what happened to it, but it's like kind of messed up because it's like plastic. It's old. Anyway, ended up like cutting my arm open really bad, and through my tattoo too, like through my gypsy. Like, it was so fucking weird. I was just like, I mean, it's not like it cut her throat or anything like that, but it was just like weird, like where I was like looking at Alder, and I was like, put it back together. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, it's going to be, and then I thought, oh no, it'll be cool. It'll be rock and roll. Have a big fucking scar through it, a nice story. But, but the lessons, here I am telling everybody else to be careful. And I'm the one that was like, I'm not going to say I keep getting hurt because I will not get hurt anymore. But apparently, even though I think I'm going slow, I am not going slow enough. Hold on. Her Highness the Queen, Queen Baba. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Anyway, it's just, hold on. Okay, Baba's being a bit high maintenance, but we love her anyway. And it was 1508. That's crazy. Another 1, a 5, and an 8. So it's getting brighter, but I just looked, and while she was going to the bathroom, and I have not seen it. I know for you guys it's like seconds, but for me it's like more, it's like many seconds or many minutes in between. I apologize. It's a, I don't know, it's, I could say Mercury retrograde, the full moon, whatever, but it just is what it is. So now she's eating her grass. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards and we'll just keep talking about what's going on. But yeah, it's just, there's a lot of cool stuff going on. Spirit, what messages do you have for us as a collective over this full moon and Piscean energy? What do we need to release? Because I'll tell you what, that's what this was all leading up to, this whole conversation up to this, was that when I was going over this information, I realized that the reason why I wasn't in romantic mode, the comforting, the artistic, the you know, high happy side of the Piscean energy, it's because it's the darkness of the Piscean energy that I need to release and let go of and face and deal with and release and let go of. Because as many of you know, this new place that we're moving into, our new landlord has the same birthday as my dad. He reminds me of my dad. He makes facial expressions like my dad. He jokes like my dad. It's freaky. And so I think it's interesting that I've been through so much with the dark night of the soul kind of thing. And with Mercury retrograde, you know, all retrogrades, it's always for us to look back on things, to kind of reassess the situation. 1655. And so I was like, wow, this makes so much sense for me personally, why I'm dealing with this on the harvest moon. It's for to highlight everything I've done, all the hard work I've done, because watching him with his daughter, there was so much similarity between me and my father, and there's been a lot of healing in this for me, but also just how I've been so negative about it, and negative and dark about all the things that have been going on. And with my bitchy witch, you know, with the other, my other thing, you guys know that I sent it to you. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. You know, and I just realized, like, okay, this is like the last chapter that I need to close. And it's very exciting. So what is your last chapter? And this last Piscean, last full moon in Pisces, right before we go into the cycle of the moons that begin with Aries. What do you need to release? What do we need to release as a collective, Spirit? Thank you for showing us whatever it is that we need to release. Oh, okay. So here's the picture of the card. Baba is in rare form. She is in rare form. It's a full moon. There's nothing I can do. Baba, you're actually kind of making me laugh. Because those of you who know Baba and love her, you know she's just Baba. She's just being herself. But look at this. Look at the moon cycles. I mean, you know, this is what I do on my channel. And this is really cool because I don't even remember this card. So look at this. Oh, I trust the timing of my life. Yes, and this is going to be different for everybody. You know, the timing, because it's each of our own stories, right? Everybody's got a dream. What's your dream? You know, I love using that analogy from Pretty Woman. And that's what Pisceans are, the dreamers, the dreams, like the dreamy Pisces, right? Like they're kind of in this like watery, like illusionary intuition, like there's just so much magic. I mean, some believe that the Pisces are actually the most magical of the zodiac, for many reasons. But I think all the different signs possess different types of magic. But in terms of like intuition and all of that, yeah, there's something really special about the Piscean energy. So what are, like, do you have a Pisces in your life? Are you a Pisces? Like, are you, like, what's going on for you guys? Feel free to, like, share below. I want to hear your stories. You know, if I don't respond right away, it's because, it's easier for me just to try and do it like once a week. At least I try to do at least once a week. I go through all the comments and respond. That's why sometimes you'll see, like, you'll get, like, if you've been like commenting all week or whatever, now you know who you are, and then I'll like send you like 5 in one go. It's just easier for me that way. I'm going through such a major transformation, and the timing of my life right now, I just don't have the energy like I used to. So trust in the timing of your life right now, and trust that Spirit knows exactly what you need, and you're exactly where you're meant to be. The Neptune opposition thing is really cool. I want you to research it. I'm not even going to tell you anything about it because I read an article, and I could give you the highlights, and the cliff notes, but I think it'll be more powerful if you actually read the article yourself. Always look in the description box under, readings, research, whatever. I forget always what Spirit titles it at. But this all ties into this self-care September, self-awareness September, like for all of us to slow down and go into, the Virgo energy of the Hermit. I feel like October is really going to be a kick in the pants, you guys. Plus, we're waning down, whether you're waning down from summer or winter and going into spring or fall. This one is a heavy transition. It just is. There's so much happening. So I know that seems to be our theme, but it's really, 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 really true, because there is so much happening. And Spirit saying, don't get caught up in the news and what people are talking about around the water cooler at work or family parties or whatever. Like, stick in what you know. Watch less and less TV. I mean, because of the way we've been living, if we want to watch something, we either kind of go off on our own and watch things that we're interested in, or we watch stuff together. And we tend to, we like to watch movies together. And I've been watching so much like Hallmark and like all that kind of like Lifetime, things like that, because I'd rather kind of live in the Piscean, like dreamy, why can't there be a world where we, live in Christmas energy all the time or whatever? People are like, those movies aren't realistic. I'm like, it could be realistic if that's what you want your world to be. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, people die, shit happens, accidents happen. That's part of it. This is part of the growth process. But I mean, in terms of, there's enough shitty, icky things going on outside. So in your world, when you're home, if you want to paint your whole house bubblegum pink, Barbie pink, you know what I mean? And whatever you need to do, if you want to have your house be really beautiful, buttery yellow so that you've got this like warm sunshine feeling in the winter, do some things do some things now in the fall that will help you to stay focused for the winter. And even if you're in the southern hemisphere and you're coming out of the winter going into spring, same thing. Put some, pretty pastel or, bright colors or, oh, I knew it. Hold on. I knew it with the way she was eating. She just got sick. She's just, this full moon's got her acting all, I don't know. Ooh, when I looked down, it was 23:23. And before I started this, I'm on military time, and it was 20:53 on my phone and 53% on my phone. So it's like the two kind of disappeared, and all I saw was 53:53, and now I saw 23:23. And if you're new here and you hear me spouting off numbers, those are angel numbers for you to look up on your own, especially when I'm doing a lot like that. You can look up every single one. I put them in the description box for you to look up, or you can look up one. It's just whatever you're attracted to. Okay, any more messages, Spirit? Oh, Bubba, you ate too fast and you ate too much, boo. You okay? Oh, did you hear her? She's like, yeah. Yeah, you ate too much. So the moon's doing weird stuff. I think it's because of the smoke. Okay, any more from this deck, or is this it? Okay, I think that's it. So now we're going to go to this Star Spinner Tarot that I showed you at the beginning. Let's see what we have to say there. Oh gosh, I didn't even realize it till I went to hit on pause. It paused at 24:24. So there's another one. Wow, they're really talking to us. Well, because there's multiple people that are watching this, so it's almost like we're all getting, I almost feel like the angel numbers are kind of like a picker reading right now, like whatever message you need to hear on top of this. So Star Spinner Tarot, what do you have to say to us today in this full moon in Pisces energy? What do you have to say to us today? Okay. Okay. I'm like, they're just like flying out. Okay, so we got the Six of Coins. Oh, I love this card. The Six of Coins. Look at her sweet little face. I need to put my glasses on so I can talk about the card with you. So, a message for the collective, the Six of Coins. Interesting, the raspberries. Are those strawberries? I think they're strawberries. Strawberries have been, where I live, there's just been fresh berries everywhere. It's been really nice. But whatever that card means for you, it's different for everybody. Ooh. I am going to... Hold on. Mercury retrograde indeed. Also, when I looked down, it was 26 minutes. So I love this book, and as you guys know, I am a medium. I love to read tarot, but I work with these as more as visual aids, and sometimes spirit gives me the actual meaning of tarot, and then sometimes it's, you know, through the eyes of the creator of the deck. So this says the Six of Coins suggests the sharing of wealth and putting your money where your mouth is. Resources are exchanged to benefit the greater good, and kindness is rewarded. Money is bequeathed in a manner that is motivated by generosity instead of profit. You are experiencing a moment wherein wealth is leveraged for positive ends. This is the card of philanthropy. Okay. So that's what Spirit wants us to focus on right now. And look at that. I trust the timing of my life. I feel like we need another card for this, Spirit. Let's see, what else do we have here. I'm going to pull it from here and one from here, because this one feels like it's kind of talking to me too. I trust the timing in my life. And also with the money, I feel like for some of you, you give a little too much. It's like it's not a fair exchange of energy. Oh, this one came out like really strong. Oh, yes, exactly. So this could be, you know, the little I do know of tarot, this is, you know, about heartbreak, and it's not good. I mean, look, you got three swords going through a heart. But I feel like for you guys, the philanthropy is like, you are doing it out of like the goodness of your heart. You really do mean that. I'm going to back this up just a little bit. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. What's it doing? It's like you do mean it, like from the bottom of your heart, like you do like to be a giver. But I also feel like the way she's looking down, I do feel like sometimes you guys regret it though. Like, or maybe you're pressured into doing it, like somebody's pressuring you. And it could even be like two people are pressuring you, like you're in the middle and you've got like someone on either side, like kind of pressuring you. I'm going to read their meaning though. Oh, 28, 28. Oh my gosh, that was my dad's birthday and his death date. That's freaking me out. Hold on. Okay. So the Three of Swords is a reminder of the inevitability of pain and its absolute necessity in personal growth. Pain is a motivator. You can learn from your missteps and better understand how to navigate your life. On a more interpersonal level, the Three of Swords indicates loss, grief, and the difficult process of coming to terms with losing something or someone dear to you. If you are emotionally exhausted, this is a fine time to find some release. It is best not to wallow. Tomorrow is another day. And what we were just saying, like this full moon energy was about, what is it that you need to finally release and let go? You know, I mean, the fact that we had the full moon and the Mercury going retrograde, you know, within hours of each other, that's not an accident. So there's something, you know, this is going to be different for everybody, but there's something that we need to revisit and something we need to look at. You know, does something feel like it's off balance in your life? You know, Interestingly enough, I feel like through this Virgo season, we're going to be seeing a lot of things, especially with this Neptune opposition next week, next Friday on the 16th. Whenever you watch this in real time, today is like right now, I'm in the full moon in Pisces on the 10th, but it'll be coming up this Friday. And then we're going to be going to Libra, which is all about balancing the scales and bringing the balance back to our lives. So I would say over the next few weeks, really take it easy. Really, honestly, I know I've been saying this, but I'm going to just keep saying it until we all hear it. I mean, the way I cut my arm open today was just kind of crazy. I mean, honestly, it was kind of crazy. And it was one of those things that it was happening, and either I dropped my big, beautiful plant that's like super heavy in this planter, like this ceramic planter, you know, and try and save my arm, or I was like, I kind of had to push through it, and it was like the freakiest thing. And I was like, what is happening? I was like, what is happening? And I'm like, clearly I'm not going slow enough. So same for you guys, you know. And I'm feeling like Spirit wants me to read the reverse side of the Six of Coins, not because I know we pulled it upright, but they said we'll understand it in a minute. Okay. So it says, in this position, the card warns of empty charity masquerading as kindness. Your generosity is motivated by an expectation of gratitude which it does not often yield. As a result, you find yourself retreating into a miserly place. You feel like your goodwill and generosity have been wasted. You would like your words to yield treasures, but everything you say rings like the hollow croak of a toad. Wow. So that was for us in some way, or at least for a few of us, or one of us, that was, that was meant to be said. So, oh, sorry, I didn't know I was going to do that. Do we want to pull any more cards? 3135. 3135, Spirit. Any other messages? Oh, okay. We got, okay, this one. Oh, these two came together. So whenever they come together, I like to show them together. Okay, so we got the Devil, and we've got, what is that? The Page of Chalices, but I think it's like it's the Princess in this one. I always forget this deck. We'll look at it. But look at that. And interestingly, how he's kind of, it feels like a masculine energy, like soaring up, like flying, right? But then there's like these people in bondage all around him. And then this one, it's like she sees the cozy house and all that, but she's like over here. It's like she sees the dog and this, and it's almost like she's longing for this, like this home. Well, for me personally, those of you guys know what's going on with me. This is a little freaky. It's like my little house in the woods, right? And I'm like over here in the water, like, why can't I get here? Or what's happening? Are you in this too? Are you in a position that you're like so close to something, but it's like not coming? And look I trust the timing of my life. Oh my gosh. We were just saying that. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to get these cards. Okay, the Devil 15. The Devil is the avatar of compulsion and desire. Though we are inclined to temper our indulgent impulses, it is sometimes healthy to seek an outlet for them. You might take the next opportunity to yield to your passions. It could be just what you need. However, the Devil also warns you not to lose yourself in your passions, or they will become your vices. And the reverse says your penchant for self-restraint and discipline has become stifling. Though you are dutiful and responsible, you have denied yourself joy and satisfaction in your day-to-day living. When good behavior is its own reward, it might be difficult to find motivation. It may also be that your pursuit of pleasure has taken a turn for the worse, and what began as a momentary release has delved into a bad habit. Oh, again, this is hitting me personally in my own story. Is it hitting you guys? Ooh, that's intense for me. Okay, so I'm going to go to this one. I'll be right back. They told me to leave the cards like that. So if anything means anything to you, the imagery, I was trying to fix it, and they were just like, no, leave it alone. So it is the Page of Chalices. Okay, so the Page of Chalices embodies a childlike excitement at prospective emotional connections. Decisions are led by a sense of optimism and naivety. The card indicates wonderment and appeals to the part of you that indulges in following your dreams. What? Dreamy Pisces. It signifies a good time to meet someone new and favors impulsiveness and letting one's intuition lead. The reverse says, the reverse represents immaturity and being unable to properly address emotional problems. A lack of self-love and self-confidence is evident, and it asks you to examine moments of petulant selfishness. Have you become prone to tantrums, coldness, or stubbornness? There's a hesitation to pursue the things you want because you do not think you deserve them. Oh my gosh, are you guys going through that? My husband said that to me the other day. He goes, I really think you're battling like that, like it's really here and you don't know how to accept it. You don't know how to deserve it. Like you just want to like walk away from it. Like you'll pick apart every little thing. And I didn't want to hear it, but he was right. It was like a really hard thing to hear. Okay, so how does that apply to your story? So any more cards, Spirit? Do we have any more cards from either deck? Okay, I just went through the Living by the Moon deck and nothing there. And anything from... No. Okay, so I'm going to, sometimes I like to do this. I like to shuffle them up. I'll be right back. Sometimes Spirit has me kind of like reshuffle them and put them in a different order. And I kept trying to move this one over and then it kept falling over. But I think it's really interesting, the way that this came together. I was just like kind of looking at it. I trust the timing of my life. And I feel like for some of you guys, like there's a third party. There's definitely something with the relationship where there's a third party and the devil is in the details. Like, you know how they say, like, if you feel like something's going on, it probably is. You know what I mean? Like they would say, like, trust your instincts, trust your intuition when it comes to like cheating and things like that. I know that from personal experience. Like there'd be times where I'm like, dude, you think I don't know? I'm like, of course I do. Like I know. So I feel like there's something there. Oh, sorry, I don't know why that just went dark, but I feel like there's something there for you guys to look at and explore. And also, I feel like almost like it has something to do with money too. Like maybe you stay because they're helping you financially right now. I don't know. This could be different. But I feel like this could be just for one person because I was trying to make this card fit and it's like it wasn't going. And then I realized because they want me to like cover this and don't focus on that and trust that whatever this devil or this person, because it doesn't matter if you identify, feminine, masculine, like whatever, it doesn't matter. This is just like showing me like if you take this as the divine feminine and this devil is like the divine masculine, it's almost like, with the bondage, it's like there's something there it's just not for you. And I feel like you're longing for this, but this is never going to happen with this person. And that's why that was the 3 like stabs in the heart. It could even be that like 3 people have like stabbed you in the heart and you really thought this was going to be the one and they're like, no. Like maybe you're like the 3rd time's a charm. They're like, no, 3rd time's the alarm. Like you're done. Like stop going through those patterns. Stop choosing the same person, the same, I remember one of the last breakups I had was like so sad and I was so depressed. And I said, I don't understand. And my mom's like, well, who's the common denominator? She's like, you're the one that keeps choosing. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Why do I keep attracting these men? And she's like, exactly. They're all like, you're basically dating the same person, but with a different face and a different name. But like, you're getting the same result. So she's like, what does that mean? Why are you going after, that? And right now in the Piscean energy, on the like kind of the dark side of the Piscean energy is clingy, masochistic, self-destructive, addictive, kind of getting out of touch reality. Spirit's like, what are you romanticizing? Or what are you in this retrograde energy? Maybe you're romanticizing an old relationship that you're thinking about getting back together, and Spirit's like saying no. And you're still over here like longing for this. And they're like, you can have this, but you just have to trust that it's going to come when it's meant to come and not a second, sooner. Not a second sooner. Same with me. That's what I've been saying. I'm like, I can get angry that things aren't going the way I want. And I've been doing the same thing. Like I've been like feeding into things that I know aren't good for me. Almost like angry. And I'm like, who am I punishing? I'm punishing myself. Like I feel like shit, or like I'm tired, or you know what I mean? Like whatever I'm doing it to myself instead of just like going with the flow of exactly where I'm supposed to be. Okay, any more messages? Any closing messages for Spirit? No, okay. Sorry, you guys, it's really late. I was really hoping to show you the moon. Let me see. I don't think it's there. Hold on, let me go look. Well, It's a shame, but if it was meant to be, it would be, and it's not. So there you go. And Bubba and myself say good night, or I guess good morning or good afternoon whenever you watch this, but it's good night for us. We're getting ready for bed after this. And, you know, it's funny, every full moon, every new moon, every type of astrological energy that happens, I realize, like, I don't know if that's the way you'd even say it, but I realize they really do have their own energy and their own energy. I mean, really, that's just like the best way to say it. They all have like their own kind of self-contained, like, lessons. And the more I study astrology, the more I realize how vast it is. And I seriously like bow down to and applaud those who are active in astrology, because it's like never ending. It's like it's just always changing, and it's really amazing. And yeah. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys. I hope these messages helped you in any way. And if you saw the Deepak Chopra thing, let me know if you enjoyed it. And if not, there'll be a link below to take you there. So, all right, you guys, until next time, take good care of yourselves and each other. Blessed be. Oh.